Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Ariel in case you're new to my channel. And today we're going to do another Asana Lab. We're going to explore downward facing dog. So downward facing dog is this foundational pose in yoga, and it's always thrown into the practice, and I don't know that it's always really broken down, and I see that a lot of people are either doing the pose incorrectly or just simply don't know the benefits of the pose or don't know how to do it. So let's break it down. Downward facing dog stretches your hamstrings, it stretches your Achilles and calves, and it also is an inversion. It turns your hips higher than your head and therefore reverses blood flow to the head. It's really good for your brain. So let's get right into some of the alignment tips for down dog. The first alignment tip that I feel is the most important is to always keep those shoulder blades down the back. Right? So instead of having the shoulders up, always glue the shoulder blades down the back and squeeze them slightly in. This creates a very stable shoulder joint. The other thing that I think gets really misunderstood is that in down dog, your heels are not supposed to touch the ground. So if they are touching the ground, you may have to step your feet back, and I'll show you that when I'm in the pose. But it's okay to have your heels kind of reaching for the ground, as that really stretches the backs of the legs. The last really important alignment tip is that the tailbone should be rolling to the sky. So if we come to a flat back, my tailbone slightly peaks up and my spine is straight. Now on all fours, there's no tilt. As we add a tilt, you'll see that the tailbone reaches more and more to the sky. So to find your down dog, you can come to all fours to begin with and anchor those shoulder blades down the back, tucking the toes under. You should also be rotating the eyes of the elbows in towards each other so there's not too much external rotation here, especially for those of you who are hyperextended. Tuck those toes under. Now right from here, just hover the knees off the ground and lead from the tailbone, pressing the chest back. I can actually walk my arms forward a little bit, and I'm going to keep those eyes of the elbows in while shoulder blades down the back. Let your gaze fall towards the knees and let the head just hang. Good, now keep working the tailbone to the sky, right? And don't worry about the legs yet. Then slowly start to straighten the legs, reach that tailbone, and then reach the heels towards the ground. Now a nice thing to do here is to lift the toes and spread them. And as you can see, my heels are not on the ground. Another thing to be aware of is that your hands are pressing down into the earth, and you're making an L shape with these fingers here. So the first finger and the thumb. So the hands are not turned out, they're parallel, and you're pressing the floor away with those hands. And as you do that, you may notice the shoulder blades come down the back. So press away, shoulder blades down the back, and now knit the front of the ribs in. So instead of the ribs sticking out, which will cause you to back bend, we do that in back bends, actually knit those ribs in and notice you keep the spine straight. The knitting of the ribs protects your shoulders and your wrists. If you have an injury or this is too much weight maybe on your arms, you can simply walk the knees back a little bit and let the forehead dip to the ground. This is a modified down dog, still drawing those shoulder blades down the back. And again, if you want to find your full down dog, walk the knees in a little bit, shoulder blades down the back, elbows in, press the hands away, lift the knees, press the tailbone to the sky, And let the chest press towards the knees. Knit the ribs in, and then slowly straighten the legs. Notice my heels are not touching the earth. Feet are hip distance apart, and I'm lifting through the toes. Good. And I might be able to walk the feet a little closer in. Thighs of the elbows in, shoulder blades down the back. And lift, lift, lift through the tailbone. A nice exercise is to come onto the toes, or resting on the toes here. Lift as high as you can with the tailbone, getting the backs of the legs straight, and then come back down. And if you can't keep that tailbone reaching away, simply bend the knees. Let that neck relax. Good. I hope this is helpful for you. Since down dog is such a foundational pose, take your time with it and really enjoy it. I will see you next time on the mat for our next Asana Lab. And if there is a particular pose you want me to break down, just let me know in the comments below. I'm here for you. These videos are for you. So let me know what you'd like to cover next. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to click the subscribe button to stay informed of new content. Write in the comments below what pose you would like me to cover in the next Asana Lab.